What's going on, everyone? My name's Mark, and this is Mako Reselling. Now, I buy things at places like Goodwill, garage sales, resell them on eBay, pocket the difference, and I've got another thrift haul for you for the month of July. So let's go ahead, let's get started. I got some good stuff here. First item picked up just recently. These are some Danner boots, men's boots. This is the let's see, the Striker Bolt model here, and you can see that the tread's pretty good. I had to clean these off a little bit. One of the things that also kind of enticed me to buy this is that you can kind of see the inside of the shoe. Looks good. These things are a decent size, like a size 12. They also have the Gore-Tex going. $5.99 cost, and I will list these out for somewhere in that, probably around 60, around that range I was seeing them going for, but those sell good. I don't normally do a ton of retail arbitrage, but I happened to go up to Ross the other day, and I found some new tags, Kenneth Cole jeans. The size isn't great, 44-32, but I decided to give this kind of a shot. This was $6.99 at Ross, and we'll see how it does. There's definitely a decent amount of these. The new ones don't sell crazy. I'm hoping to get about 30 for these, but we'll see how that goes. This here is another pair of Kenneth Cole's. Similar story there. And this was another find as well at Ross. These were some Michael Kors pants. Now, what I liked about these is they kind of have this like carpenter thing going here. And the retail price was, the original retail was really high on this. You could see the MSRP 128. So nice pants. These cost $10.99. I'm going to try and list these out for like between 40 to 50. That'd be a nice like $25, $30 flip there. And I don't do a ton of retail arbitrage just because a lot of times I go in these stores, there's not a lot there, but I'm going to start doing it a little bit more. All right, back to Goodwill stuff. This is some Brooks Brothers navy blue chinos, $4.99. I'll list these out about 30. Let's see if the size is on here. Okay, they're 34-34. If that checks out, they're probably shrunk a little bit, but probably about $30. May come down to like 27, 28. Some more pants here, and these are new tags. I got these at a small thrift store in my area. New tags, Polo Ralph Lauren there, and normally retails for $85, just the classic pleated fit. The size is 36-32, so hopefully I can get around 40 for these. Probably won't get 40, but hopefully I can get 35. And these cost just a couple dollars. I think these were like $5 at this place that I go to, this tiny thrift store, and they always seem to have pretty good stuff. Well, they have a few things, not a ton of stuff in there. Okay, so this is a Brooks Brothers shirt, a nice seersucker, double front pockets. One of the other things I like about it is that it is vintage. You can see by that tag there, and couldn't find a ton of information. It doesn't say that it's made in USA. That would definitely be, a good thing here, but this is definitely, looks like an older tag to me, and might even be, no, it's a men's. So I will probably list this out about 28, maybe 30. I couldn't find a ton of like similars that had sold, but this seersucker pattern here, people do like this, especially this time of year. All right, more pants. These are Polo Golf, and just some plain beige ones here. They are pleated. They are cuffed as well. This is a size. Let's see if I got the size in here. I would say they're probably like a 30 to 32, somewhere in there. So probably list these out for like 28. Those do okay. All right, so here we have got some, this was a good find. I found this at Goodwill. $4.99, some North Face snow pants. Not the time of year to sell them, but these are nice. They're belted, a men's medium, and you can see it's got a lot of good features here. I'm going to list these out between 35 to 40. Probably will take some time to sell since we are in the middle of summer, but I will buy things off season and hold them. It just makes sense to do, and you can find that stuff pretty easy. All right, a brand I don't find a ton. This is Marine Layer. Pretty good brand. They do pretty well. This is a nice like corduroy shirt here, long sleeve. And it's a medium, men's medium. So I'm thinking I'll probably list this out about $30, and it was $4.99. And everything in here is pretty much going to be $4.99 unless it's like jeans or a blazer. So, all right, Brooks Brothers. This is a nice big white shirt, plain. These do well, these solid colors in Brooks Brothers. This is a 1935, so probably about a 2XL, maybe even a 3XL. And I will list this out probably like 31 or 32. I'm going to hope to get on it. I might not, but I just figure that this big size here is really going to help it. And, you know, the regular size ones typically can get like 27 to 30 with those. All right, some Levi's jeans. These are black jeans here. These are 560s. Now, what kind of stood out to me on these jeans is that they are vintage. You can see there is a paper tag right here. It is made in the USA. Don't know a ton about kind of the vintage Levi's stuff because there is a lot to know. But this is loose fit, tapered leg, 3630. So I imagine these will do good. Probably 35 to, you know, if I'm very, very lucky, 45. I don't think 45. Probably like 35 to 40. Cost $6.99 at Goodwill. More pants here. These are some beige Polo Ralph Lauren. Giant size here. So these are a, am I reading that right? A 46B. If you can see that on the tag there. 46B 30. Big pants like this. Not a lot of buyers, but it is a name brand. And I think I'll probably like post this a little bit higher, like 35, because if you're a big dude and you're looking for pants and you want Polo Ralph Lauren, there's just not going to be that many of them out there. So I should be able to, you know, there's a smaller supply of those. All right, more pants here. These are Brooks Brothers wool pants. Not the time of year to sell them, but that's okay. I've inspected most of this, but I do see that there's a missing button on the back. I don't know how important that is. Like, if people really care that much, comment. Let me know what you think. But these have a nice pattern. Looks kind of like a herringbone pattern, and decent size, 35, 32. So I'll get these listed out probably like 28 to 30, somewhere in there. Buy cost $4.99. All right, another Brooks Brothers shirt here. This is another big one. All blue, 1935 is the size. And probably list this like 31 to like 28 range. So start accepting offers at 28. This was $4.99. Those are something I can find quite a bit at Brooks Brothers. Now this shirt here, I'm going to have to look at. It looks like it possibly could be new because you can see that part under it, but that might just be, I think it's just dry cleaning. So this possibly could be new with tags, but another Brooks Brothers white pinpoint Oxford, and I will list this between 28 to 30, $4.99 buy cost. These are an easy sale right there, and they sell year round. Okay, more Brooks Brothers. This is a big size right here, a 19, 26, 27, and you know, modern, so nothing too special. Same kind of story, same kind of price. Paid $4.99. Will list for around that 28 to like 30 range, and maybe take offers down to like 26, 27. This one here probably will list. It's just a regular size. Oh, wait, hold on. I think it's new with tags. Yeah, so this is new with tags. This is nice. Probably go up to like 33 on it. MSRP is only $60. I thought it was a little bit higher with these. But I guess because it's 346 the outlet. So we'll get this listed out. I'll list this like 33 to 35, somewhere around there. I'll put the floor at like 30 with the offers. Because some people go and they look for these shirts and they want the deal, and some people won't buy used. So they'll pay up, you know, they're willing to pay up for the new. All right, let's see. Peter Millar, and I just found a ton of these the other day. That'll be upcoming in one of my next thrift hauls. A nice kind of plaid here. I don't think that this is this a summer comfort? No. So just a plain Peter Millar. I might actually lot this with some other ones I have and just sell those out. Kind of hook the buyer up on the shipping costs. And I think that I'll probably lot these up, so I'm not too sure. I'll probably look for like a $15 to $20 profit on these. Probably closer to 15. You know, I get 3 of them in there, I make like a $40 profit, 45. That's definitely worth it for me. All right, some jeans here. These are 527s and decent inseam here, 30, 32. 527s aren't like great. They're not out of this world great when they're modern, but they are something that I do think sells. You know, you've got the boot cut at the bottom, if you can see it there. That's popular. And there's also, whatchamacallit, there's this, the inseam's good, so that should definitely help it too. I will list these. I paid $6.99. I'll list these between like 28 to like 32. Probably list them at like 30, 31. Take offers at like 25, 26. Kind of hard to get a, you know, to get a feel on the jean market right now because it's summer. All right, some terrific pants here. Well, I shouldn't maybe say terrific, but they are 100% linen. White pants. Linen is selling really fast for me right now. Getting lots of offers on stuff, but not quite what I want to see on some of the stuff, so I haven't actually moved some of it. The brand here is Tassoella Island. I don't know a ton about this brand. Definitely comment if you know. Waist 34, inseam 30, all white. I imagine I can get at least 30 for these, maybe list them at like 32 and accept offers down to 28. Be on the lookout for linen. We still have some time left in summer, and you know, fall gets here, you know, there's still warm places around the country, right? All right, these pants I had to pick up because of this really cool pattern, this red pattern, and they are, let's see if I can find the tag here. These are Vineyard Vines, so decent brand. And what's even better about these that I'm just noticing is that the size is a 32-38. So these are a very long inseam. And it looks more like they're very high rise, but they've got this thing here on the side as well. This strip here, which I'm not too sure what that does. I know with tuxedo pants what it's used for, but these are great pants. I'm guessing are these golf pants, and a really cool design, a good brand, a good enough brand, Vineyard Vines. I imagine I can get at least 30 for these. Probably will list these. I want to see how that inseam kind of checks out. It says 38, but I need to factor in, like, they look very, very high rise, so maybe that's throwing it off somehow. or there's some sort of something else going on there. I'll have to kind of check. Anyhow, that is what I've got for today's haul. Had some great stuff, had some nice finds out there, and you know, stuff is still cheap enough in my area, which is really good. Really hoping they don't raise the prices. If you're seeing that in your area, comment, let me know. I am curious, because if they start jacking up the prices on some of this stuff, it's just gonna absolutely destroy my store. I mean, like a lot of this stuff with the jeans, I'm buying them for $6.99. If it goes up to like $8 or $9, I'm going to be putting back so much stuff, you know, with the pants and the shirts as well. It's $4.99, all of it. If it goes up to like $6.99, $7.99. I went to a value thrift in the city of Charlotte about a week ago, and I looked in there, and it was just, I could not find one thing, because anytime I found something, it was like $12 or, you know, $9.99 for this, when it might sell for like $25 to $30. So I'm really hoping that that does not happen in my area. Anyhow, thanks for your time. If you're not subscribed, consider subscribing. Hit the like button, all that good stuff. Thank you.